If you're a runner and you want to get stronger, faster, and stay injury free, you need to understand what heavy strength training means to you. Many runners either skip strength training or choose not to do it, or they're not lifting heavy enough. I'm a running coach and a strength and conditioning coach, and I'm also an ultra runner myself. I've used these strategies with myself and the athletes that I coach, and those who implement them are getting stronger, faster, and they're in the sport for longevity. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about heavy strength training for runners and how you can apply it and how it can complement the training that you're already doing. So first, let's talk about sets and reps. So when we're thinking about the main set, which I normally look at things like the deadlift and the back squat, which are both double-legged work that's going to get you strong and durable as a runner, you want to look at those as doing reps and sets of 5x5, 5x3, 3x5. You're keeping those numbers low so that you can lift heavier. So when you're starting with those movements, what you're going to do is you're going to start at a little bit lower of an effort, and then you're going to move up. So as runners, we use a rate of perceived exertion to guide us in our training runs, right? So we're also going to use that with our strength training. We can also apply that. So when we're thinking about the main set and lifting, let's say 5 sets of 5, then we're going to think about starting at a lower RPE, maybe 3 to 5, where we do a lighter set to kind of get ourselves moving and get our body prepped for that final set of 5, which is going to be a heavier lift. So each round you're going to lift a little bit more weight so that you can slowly increase, so you can work your way up to a RPE of 7 to 8. And that can also go along with what's called RIR, or reps in reserve. So that's at a 7 to 8, that's looking at maybe 1 to 2 reps that I have left in me that I think I can do at that weight. So when you're assessing, am I lifting heavy enough, you can use those two guides, RPE and RIR, to guide you with your effort and how many reps you have left. So if you're lifting a load and you're like, I could probably lift 5 to 10 more of these, then you're probably not lifting heavy enough. You want to get to the spot where you're like, geez, 1 to 2 is about all I have in me. And then you know that you're kind of hitting that target that we want to do. And that kind of goes along right with progressive overload. So as aging athletes, we want to make sure, especially, that we're working towards progressive overload so we can maintain bone density, build bone density, and maintain and build lean muscle. So by giving our body enough stimulus to promote that growth, that's how we're going to get stronger and stay injury free as well. And then the next thing that you want to think about is periodization. So it depends on where you are in your training cycle, what kind of strength that you're going to be focusing on. So let's say you have an event that's about 6 months out. You have time that you can really go into what I would call transition strength, where you're really working hard on that double-legged heavy stuff. So that's the time of the year that you're really working on pure strength. You're hitting that RPE of 7 to 8. And then as you're moving closer to that race, then that's going to kind of shift and you're going to start working on more power-based strength training. And keeping the RPE still a bit closer to that 7 to 8, maybe 6 to 7. And then finally, as you move closer to that race and we're looking more towards that peak cycle, we're going to be looking more towards plyometric strength. And then we're going to start backing down that main strength a little bit so that RPE comes down, because we're really focusing on that time of the year on our volume and our intensity. During transition season, we have this great time that we can focus on that heavy strength because we're not having so much volume and so much intensity at that time of the year, so we can focus on that. So another piece that's really important is thinking about the timing. So since I'm a runner, I coach runners, our priority is typically running. So we're going to do the run first and then strength training later. The gold standard is like 4 to 6 hours after the run to do the strength training. Now we know that life happens and it doesn't always work that way. And sometimes you have to do them back to back, or sometimes you have to do strength first, then running. Don't stress too much about it. But for the most part, if you can keep them separated, so run is first and strength is later, that's when you're going to get the best results of both worlds. So I think that's super important. And then we want to think about keeping your easy days easy and your hard days hard. And how I do that with strength training, so it complements the training that you're doing, is pairing strength with those hard days, like tempo runs or interval workouts, or sometimes long runs. And then that allows for your other days to be truly recovery days. So that's how you can balance everything out as a runner so you can get strong, stay injury free, and get faster and be in it for life. If you like this information, follow my channel, and you can also catch me in my Skool community. I'll see you in the next video.